Hi Pisces, that's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot. How are you? All right, so we're going to do your reading for May 13th through the 19th. I'm using the Butterfly Oracle by Doreen Virtue this week. I have a special thing for butterflies, and they seem to find me everywhere. Just a true appreciation for them. All right, so let's see what we have for you all. First card out, be true to you. Good card. And then we have for second person, end of an era. This was in the Capricorn video. Okay, so, and then I'm going to be using the Fountain Tarot. I don't think I've used this deck in a long time, if ever. Honestly, in the general readings, I have used them in personal readings. There's a very light, airy feel to these cards that I really, really like. I feel it puts a little bit of a different spin on my readings. So I'm excited to see what comes up for you, Pisces. All right, let's see. First card out, Knight of Swords. Okay, so either you or somebody is coming towards you, or you're moving towards somebody with some urgency, for sure. Let me just look at that. Eight of Wands, communication. This card is coming up a lot more. It's nice to see it. And, you know, in this deck, I feel like this card almost has a feeling of the sun. And I feel like, honestly, with the lack of communication in some cases, it feels like the sun. So I feel like, okay, so I feel like this is you. And I feel like this person here is moving on from something that was difficult for them. And I feel like they're going to communicate about this. Maybe after a long period of time, but I feel like they're going to communicate to you. I feel like it's going to be overly factual. Like, I feel like there's going to be maybe not as much emotion expressed as you might have thought after this period of time. So I think that might be a little bit surprising to you. Tower. Yeah, I feel like the way that this person communicates to you could really make you take a step back. The Tower is change, unexpected change. So this person could be, you know, I feel like they've been through a lot. I feel like there might be a little bit of transference from a previous relationship. You know what I mean? Like how they might have been communicating with that previous person, I feel like is spilling over. They might not have let themselves heal from that situation before they come to you. Because I feel like however they communicate is like they're trying to tell you something good. And somehow it comes out like where you're scratching your head like, really? Did they really just say that in that way? So, you know, that old saying, it's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes. I feel like they're missing that it's how you say it piece of it. All right, so they have the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like this is like they feel like you are an absolute blessing to them. And I feel like because they have learned a lot of lessons from their previous relationship, almost like, you know, in the past they've, you know, held back feelings, they've held back, you know, their truth about certain situations, maybe because it was easier to do. So I feel like they go on the opposite side of the spectrum, and you know, they just have a little bit of diarrhea of the mouth of truth, but they forget to work the emotion into it. Like it almost feels like a list. Like they have a list of things they want to tell you, and that's how it's communicated to you. Like as if they're reading off a list. And you're just like, what? Three of Swords. Okay, so they might be worse at this communication than we might think, okay? Because we have, I mean, your reaction to this is you're scratching your head, and it's causing you to take a huge step back and say, is this who I've been waiting for? Is this who I've been wanting all of this time? It's like you're questioning yourself because of how they communicated this, which is such a shame. It's such a shame. I think this person is trying to move too quickly because they feel like they might lose you, and it's just causing them to trip over themselves. And honestly, the Capricorn reading was very similar to this. Four of Cups. Okay, so look at this. I feel like whatever happens here, whatever communication is presented, both of you kind of go back into your corners, and this person, your person might feel like they made this horrible mistake, and they're looking at it in a very negative way, a very woe is me, I messed up, what did I do? And you, Three of Swords, I feel like it immediately, like you've been in your heart space for a long time, right? You've been in your emotions about this. I think it immediately flips you into your swords. It immediately puts you into your thoughts, and you start, there might be a tendency to start overthinking about, is this really the right connection? Is this what I've been dreaming about? Is this what I've been waiting for? It's really causing you to take a step back. And you know what? I feel like it's part of the balancing this out. You know, I mean, if they've been absent and not telling you what has been going on with them for a long period of time, you know, both people, whether they realize it or not, have changed in this scenario. There's been growth for both people. There have been challenges for both people. There have been wins for both people. I mean, you know, you both have changed, which is, you know, assumed. But you both might be acting and relating to each other as if it were in the past. So there almost needs to be like a course correction, and I feel like that's what might be happening here. Like you're kind of course correcting, you're kind of balancing things out. There might be a little bit of turmoil or trepidation during this time, but I feel like it's more about balancing out the energies between the two of you, which have been on ice for a while. Let's see what the communication, the Eight of Wands, is about. Yep. Ace of Swords. They're speaking their truth. They want to talk about what their truth is, the new beginning that they see between the two of you, and the new beginning that they're creating for themselves after this end of an era, which is moving on from something or somebody. I feel like it's somebody. But it's about a new beginning. And it's coming in towards you fast. It's coming in quickly. This is almost an identical reading that Capricorn had. It really is. Had some different cards, but it really is the same message. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, you might want to watch that reading. All right, let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. Whoops. And honestly, this is very similar to the daily connection reading that I did yesterday for Saturday. And it was between water and earth. Healing family issues and passion. Yes, this person is bringing passion for sure your way. And they might be a little clumsy about it. There's no doubt about it. The reason that you might be acting this way is because over the course of your life, whether it was through your parents or through situations, there might have been somebody in your life that was always telling you how difficult things are. You know what I mean? And suddenly when something is dropped into your lap and it feels a little bit too easy, it's like, wait a minute. And it makes you question things. Like, it shouldn't be this easy. Well, sometimes it is easy. Sometimes it's meant to be easy. This situation has not been easy overall. Okay? So, if you're willing to bear the load of difficulty, allow yourself to enjoy, the sun when it comes in. And I feel like that this could be the story for both of you. Like this, relationships have to be hard. You have to work really hard at, having a successful relationship. Well, sometimes, you don't. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that hard. It's meant to be a joyful thing. Not this hard, laborious, challenging thing all the time. So if that resonates with you, let yourself enjoy the joy, the positive energy that's coming towards you. Granted, possibly the clumsy energy that's coming towards you, but that's okay. That's okay. I feel like in this reading, though, this person is going to... I feel like they're going to be very honest with you, but I feel like they're going to bring some tact. Okay? I think they're going to be tactful about how they do it. They just might be very much in this passionate energy. Hey, but that's what, passion is good. Be true to you, but don't make things more difficult than they need to be, is what I would tack onto that. All right? Okay, Pisces, that's what I have for you. Very, very similar to the Capricorn reading. Very interesting. All right. I will talk to you next week. All right. And I'm doing the daily Sunny Connections every day this week. So you can look for that too. All right. Bye-bye and happy Mother's Day.